Well, I started in the furniture auction business in 2000, and it was one of those deals to where I was first generation auctioneer. As a little kid, I would go to the local livestock barn. The very first time I ever listened to an auctioneer, I said, that's something I can do. I came home and I'm practicing. My dad would tell me, he said, if that's something you want to do, if you practice, you could do it. Sometimes I go too fast. I catch myself to where I have to slow down so people can actually follow me, because I try to be clear to where people understand what I'm saying. Because if people don't know what you're saying, if you're just rattling, if you go too fast, people won't bid. So I started basically just practicing. I practiced to the point to where Mom would chase me out of the house. So yeah, I've done it from a little child on up. Although my chant, from the time I went to auction school in 1991 to today, my chant has completely changed.
Hey, there, boy, how much 2 leaves this son? How much anybody here? Pretty good one, right? How much you got? 500. You got 2. Now I have 15 a bit of 5, bigger down, bigger down, a bit, palm, bigger down, 250, 3 to the 5, bigger down, a bit.
The very first auction we did was in a very small building, like maybe 6,000 to 8,000 square feet. We had chairs stacked like 10, 12 feet high. We had probably 100 bidder numbers out, something like that. It was very interesting, but I seen right away the interest that if I take care of this, that it could grow. So we went from the first time in a small building, the very next auction we put up a tent, and we filled the tent up and the building. And then maybe a year or 2 years down the road, Kidron Auction is where we started at. They built this building called the Sprunger Building, which is 12,000 square feet. And I thought when they built the Sprunger Building, I can finally have a successful furniture auction without as much stress. Well, we were at the Sprunger Building for maybe 3 years, and then we moved into the Buckeye Event Center, which that building was 60,000 square feet. It took about 3 sales to fill that building. So it's been on an upward trend. Now, at the current time, we're at Mount Hope, where we're using 2 different buildings. So we have around 70,000 square feet that we're filling up at each sale. We started doing furniture auction. It was something that I understood the product, and I took great pride in marketing the product. And if there was one thing in my life that I took care of real well, that was the furniture auction business. I had pride in what I was doing, and I took care of customers from the very get-go. We try to do that with all auctions, but furniture auction was something that we just focused probably more than on anything we ever done. We did the furniture auctions for years and years. We've been doing it for 17 years. And since the Buckeye Event Center shut down, it's now nothing but a big warehouse, we had to change locations. And not only did we have to change locations, we had to change dates. So when you ask when and where, it used to be the first Saturday in November, the first Saturday in May. But now it is tax weekend, April 15th weekend, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then it's always on Halloween weekend, and it's in Mount Hope. Mount Hope, Ohio is probably one of the largest auction facilities in the state of Ohio. They have so much activity for auctions, horse auctions, cattle auctions, just amazing what they got going on. So we were very fortunate to be able to find a slot in the building that they build for our furniture auctions. We have 930 registered numbers, means we got close to 2,000 people. We have close to 2,500 lot numbers. That means we got close to 3,000 pieces of furniture. So we have a lot of logistics going on at that auction. We sell over $500,000 in one single event. So without a doubt, that is the biggest one event that I take care of. At our last auction, we were right at 2,500 lots. So a dining room table and chair sets, you have 7 pieces or whatever, that's one lot. So we calculate that where we're right at 3,000, 3,200 pieces at one sale. And our sale has always been on an upward trend of growing. So we really think that it's going to continue to do that. Since we're in the heart of Amish country, our manufacturers don't have to go as far to bring their items to the sale. So we really anticipate that it'll continue to grow. "60–70% of the furniture we end up with at each sale, I have no idea what's coming until it shows up. I mean, I know a little bit and I get some photos, but we, on an almost an hourly basis during the week of the sale, we're uploading photos to our website and to AuctionZip so people know what's going on. And our clients have figured that out, because we just can't know what all's coming. I mean, we might have one manufacturer call us and, hey, we're going to have a semi-load. And until we see it, we don't know what all's coming in that semi-load. We get people that walk up to the sale and they go, what does it cost to get in here? Is it open to the public? And it's kind of interesting. It is free admission. There's no charge to get in. And the majority of the product we sell go to the general public. We get people from all over. We've had people from 15 states at one single auction. So a lot of it is word of mouth, you know. From year to year, we get people that have been there for the first time, and then they bring their family and friends. And I think it still applies today where word of mouth is one of your best advertisements you can do. And that comes back to taking pride in taking care of customers. If Amish people make it, we eventually end up selling it when it comes to the furniture line. And through the years, we probably had 500 different consigners. But at per auction, we probably have 150 to 160. And since we live right in the heart of Amish country, this is like the furniture capital of the world. There's no other area, no other community that manufactures more Amish furniture than Holmes County, Ohio. I'm not sure that you can find a store in the state of Ohio that will have a bigger variety of furniture that we do the day of our auction. We've been running 4 auctions at the same time. 4 different auctioneers. Each item is cataloged, and we sell everything in numerical order so you can follow along very well. I've got some of the best auctioneers in the state of Ohio helping me at this auction. They do a great job. They represent us well, and I'm very happy with the staff that I have.
450 is bid. That's 500 now. 50 now.
I'm gonna get 45. I'm gonna get 40. Not enough. I'm gonna get 45. I'm over here. $100 a day. 45. I'm gonna get 50. 50. 135. Out of the 130. I'm gonna get 30. I'm gonna get 135. Out of the 125. 35.
A lot of people go, how can manufacturers sell these items for this price? When we first started doing this auction, the idea was for manufacturers that have returned goods or have wrong stain colors on items, this was a way for them to just get rid of it. They won't see it again. That's kind of where our vision started on furniture auction. Today, however, we have manufacturers building furniture for the auction. So we always think if buyers come to the auction and they feel good about their deal and we got a good enough price for the manufacturer to bring us more the next time, then we did a good job. So that's kind of our goal. You can still get real good deals, and you have a huge selection to choose from if you're willing to shop and look. And that's another reason we do a Friday night preview. Friday nights before our auctions is the key to purchasing furniture. We get about half as much people on Friday night as we do Saturday during the auction just to look at stuff. you can go to Steve Chubb Auctions. I'll post that every 6 months in advance so you'll know when it is. If you show up at one of our auctions, we send out a postcard 2 or 3 weeks in advance to remind you of the auction coming up. So you'll not only see it on the website, you'll also get a postcard in the mail to remind you of it.